she'd be great. Can you don't come for me? Of course, that's personality. Oh, hello.
Are we going? Okay. Helen has dramatically shut up because she does not like the fact that we are podcasting. So we are back from our first ad break, even though the first bit of this podcast was only
really an ad break.
well, we stopped to listen to this. I've just realised that there's 2 pages in this. Revelations on this podcast right here.
So you can give them one and then keep this.
But you can bet, although we didn't actually write down our answers that much, so yeah, we came joint 6.
We beat Stefan's team, it's all that matters.
Yeah. See, look, Helen's talking on a podcast.
Go away, I hate you, I need to be.
Whilst Helen pees, we will discuss the topics of today's podcast. First of all, okay, so the first topic we're going to talk about is the Shane Dawson conspiracy theories documentary.
Oh.
Can you call it a documentary?
I call it more, He's literally said on Twitter that it's like movie length.
Yeah, both parts are over an hour long.
They're at least like an
I swear
hour
part 1 was like
45.
yeah, it was like an hour and 45 minutes.
This one was a bit shorter.
Yeah, this was only like an hour and 22. See, the thing is, I like the first one, but the way you should have done it
was skippable.
Yeah, the way you should have done it was, so here's one conspiracy theory that's solved. Here's the next one, solved. Here's the next one, solved. But it was like, here's a bit of one, jump to another one, jump to another one, and it was just all over the place.
They all conclude, really. They all conclude in the end.
I prefer the second part to the first part, because even though there's less conspiracy theories in that one, it was more investigative journalism, which I think is what he's calling it. Like, they're not documentaries. He's an investigative journalist.
Yeah.
I cannot speak today.
For me, I prefer the second one, just because the first one, I was just skipping every 15 to every 15 seconds to actually conclude
I definitely feel like this is, even though it's the longest one that he's put out, it's definitely the weakest one out of what I'd call the big 3.
Yeah.
So you've got this, you've got the Jake Paul one, you've got the Jeffree Star one.
You're forgetting Bunny. You're forgetting Graveyard Girl.
What? Yeah, but that was just one episode, wasn't it?
No, it was a
Oh, I haven't seen that one. Out of the 3 that I've seen, this is definitely his weakest one. It's definitely the weakest one. See, I had a conversation with Erin over Snapchat about the second one. The voice recording bit in it, if you haven't seen it, there's a bit where he goes on about how there's a software that can record your voice and can basically computer generate your voice. To me, that feels like a part 2 of the deepfakes section of the first one.
Yeah, but you can branch out so
if you would no, but it just doesn't fit in the pacing of the second episode, if you get what I mean. So it'd be like the Brittany Taylor stuff, the Chuck E. Cheese stuff, the voice stuff. Brittany Taylor, Chuck E. Cheese voice.
I think they started it off. They started off with something of a similar lines to the first conspiracy theory genre of what he wants, but then going into new ones. So it's hooking on to the first one to then continue on with the second one. If that makes sense.
Yeah, but surely it would have been because the Brittany Taylor one and the Chuck E. Cheese one will build up, and then it will go to the voice one, and I'll just lose interest in it.
No, but if the voice one worked, then the voice one would have been really cool. The problem is the voice one didn't work, but they spent the whole time filming and set it up. And it is something that people had been talking about, so it was important.
See, the thing is, it didn't work on Shane or Ryland. It worked very well on Morgan.
It didn't work on anyone. let's be honest, it was shit. It was
Shut
shit. But
it
if
shit.
If it did work, then that would have been like, you would have been as hooked as you did with the others. The problem is
Morgan just sounded like Siri.
Yeah, it didn't work well.
Yeah.
But if
Only
it
with
had
certain
worked,
twangs and certain tones.
Yeah.
Then it would have been as exciting as the others.
Yeah.
The problem is it was a complete fail, which wasn't. I think the conspiracy theory still stands because of like what it could be.
Yeah,
but
what it could be is a good.
It's not, technology isn't there yet, or the technology is there. It's just what you can access isn't there.
But to me, it feels like I've said this before. To me, the voice bit feels like a part 2 of the deep fakes from the first one. If he had done deep fakes and voice as sort of one segment, and the conspiracy theory was you can basically...
I see it as, and I don't know what you've discussed already because I wasn't here, but if you had the whole problem with the face thing was they couldn't recreate that. So it was more of a they had to just discuss it. The second episode was more about things that they could actually explore.
Yeah.
So the Chuck E. Cheese one, they could obviously go to Chuck E. Cheese and work all of that out. With the voice thing, it was something they could have done.
Yeah.
Which is why it was in the second part. I think it was more about, apart from the, what's the woman called? With Her Story.
What?
The woman in Her Story.
Brittany.
What,
Brittany, yeah, Her Story.
Yeah.
That was like a whole separate thing because that was just like actually like amazing and fucked
Yeah.
up and like. Also, can we just review how awesome it was? It was like I was going to blow this guy's face, and he's blowed it through the whole video, and he goes, "But actually, you have my friend, so fuck him," and then just showed him. Amazing.
Yeah, but
the thing is,
but in
like,
the whole thing, the blurring, like unless it was from a video, the blurring wasn't that great.
But the thing is that as a person who watched and still watches Brittany Louise Taylor, like a good section of her fans already know who he is. Blurring it out is just for legal reasons for him.
Yeah.
But he's not doing himself a favour in the case of he's already set himself upon someone else and also dating a YouTuber, which they then went in further depth with it.
Yeah, Shane does go into that, like
being
if
like,
you
why
were
on
doing
earth
all that,
would you
why would
gonna
you date
a
a YouTuber who is in the public eye?
Because you see like how successful and how terrible of a failure those kind of relationships work out with a non-YouTube human and then a YouTube human. They then start dating. Then the person who isn't a YouTuber becomes a YouTuber, and then they end up building a platform
you say
together,
that
and then they split, and then just.
My mind, when you say that, instantly goes to Tom Syndicate and Caitlin Witcher, because that happened. When the fuck did that happen?
I don't know enough about YouTubers.
Yeah, you must know what I'm on about.
Yeah.
So basically, Tom Syndicate, who this was back in the day of old YouTube, basically was known for playing Call of Duty Zombies and Minecraft. Helen's just stood up.
Yeah, I'm going to go speak to Stefan because I don't understand.
Okay.
Thanks, it was nice speaking to you.
Bye.
Helen's just left the podcast. Helen will return.
At some point.
Question mark. Like Spider-Man will return? Question mark. So basically, Tom Syndicate back in the day was known for Minecraft YouTube and Call of Duty Zombies YouTube. Then he started dating this girl called Caitlin Witcher, who wasn't a YouTuber at the time. She then became a YouTuber. Then they had the falling out, like, and the breakup and all that. And she sort of never got the viewing figures that she had before. She's tried doing YouTube again, but it just doesn't work.
But then usually, sometimes that doesn't really, like, YouTube date doesn't usually work out very well. Like, I know someone who I worked with when I was at Lantern, called Jasmine, and she is currently dating a YouTube musician. I can't remember his name for the life of me.
Jacob Sartorius.
No, not Jacob Sartorius.
Let's just say it's Jacob Sartorius.
It's not Jacob Sartorius.
Your friend is dating Jacob Sartorius.
No, it's not. But like, she sort of developed YouTube just because of the interest of his development for YouTube, but she doesn't really have the bigger following than him but that's literally just because she basically tried to build herself from the ground up, and then being like, oh, but by the way, my boyfriend, insert name here.
Yeah, Jacob Sartorius.
Not Jacob Sartorius.
Wasn't Jacob Sartorius dating Millie Bobby Brown? And then they broke up?
I think so. He was on Musical.ly beforehand.
Yeah.
That's how he got famous.
Yeah.
That just made me die. I'm a big fan of, like, TikTok, though.
TikTok is funny. I think TikTok has evolved from Musical.ly.
TikTok can get very creepy very quickly. As
yeah, it does.
As a person who is on TikTok and...
See, I'm going to copy this from Will and E. Will and E said in one of his videos on TikTok, there are different types of people on TikTok. You have the talented ones. You have the teenagers. So the 12 to 16-year-olds. You then have...
cosplayers.
Furries.
A lot of cosplayers.
A lot of furries.
Not a lot of furries.
A lot of furries.
As a person who has been on Musical.ly and TikTok for quite a significant amount of time, I have very rarely seen furries on my For You page.
See, I feel like...
They're known for being on it, but they're not that popular.
There was a lot more... See, to me, as an outsider, I didn't use Musical.ly. I don't have TikTok. It's just something that isn't for me. But I get why people do it. And as an outsider looking in, Musical.ly was definitely for more talented people.
Yeah.
Whereas TikTok is now for everyone and furries. There are a lot more...
Furries are people too.
Yeah, but... this is going to screw me. Yeah, furries are people. Yeah, I'm not saying furries aren't people.
I'm not saying that I'm a furry, I just find it really funny. I know a furry.
You know a furry.
I know a furry.
Yourself in the mirror doesn't count.
Oh, fuck off. But,
language.
Sorry.
I need to monetize this.
I'm sorry.
I need to get sponsors.
I mean, fudge you. Fudge you McFudge your pants.
I'm pretty sure Helen has already ruined this podcast by swearing.
Oops, you can beat me out.
I can't edit that much. I can't add
you
beeps.
can beep me. You can at least do one beep, because I'm not going to say a word anytime soon.
See, if we like stuff like shit and stuff.
See, now you've got to beep yourself out.
No, but
it's making it long.
No, but shit's alright, I believe.
Really?
And if it's an unsponsored one, you can use the word shit.
Well, this one's a pilot, so it won't be sponsored by anybody,
Exactly.
is it?
So
Only time will tell.
Yeah.
But as a person who's been on TikTok since sort of TikTok got transferred, like you had people.
See, because Musical.ly died basically.
Not really. Like
when Jacob Sartorius went mainstream with that stupid annoying song Sweatshirt, and then there was the other one that he did on the beach, and then there was that other one that wasn't Jacob Sartorius that was trying to be Jacob Sartorius, and then like there were other people that were there and they weren't as good as Jacob Sartorius. And then they all like jump.
Do you have this undying love for Jacob Sartorius?
No, I just like saying the word Jacob Sartorius. It's just a fun name to say.
I agree with the case of like literally anyone and everyone is on TikTok now.
Yeah,
I
now.
mean, for me, like I'm a bit of like a mixtured person, but I only really use it for my content for Instagram, because considering that's like a smaller like editing system.
Yeah.
In which like I have to like create sort of my makeup look videos and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, like there's nothing much to it. But on my note in which I want to bring up, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
What do you think about Deji being kicked out of his own home?
Wait, Deji's been kicked out of his own home?
Yes. So there's a recent couple of videos. One of them was literally like, my parents have kicked me out, and like you can't really understand what his dad's saying. To me, I don't really understand very well. But he's like saying that like he's left left his house, or left his parents' home, and they're like in a complete state. and like he's just like a giant like nuisance and all of that stuff, and literally he gets locked out of his house. His dad throws literally like stuff out the window and everything while he films it. And then like the next video which he has is literally him like in his car being like, I'm living out of my car right now, which I find absolutely jokes. What do you think about the matter? I mean, I'm not a big fan of Deji anyway. Like, I feel like Deji's literally just famous because of his brother.
Yeah,
like most people in this world think about Deji.
Yeah, see, I'm currently just scrolling through Deji's Twitter, and there's nothing on there to say that he has.
It's on you. It's like his next 2 videos which he's had on YouTube.
But to me, that's like if it was
real.
If it was real, it would be on Twitter. It would have made like proper news. Like JJ would have talked about it. Pretty sure I would have heard Keemstar talk about it.
I swear, like JJ is like, they say that they're on good terms, but they're really not on good terms.
See, in the whole Randolph and Deji thing, JJ was like, I'm not picking sides, but Deji, you have picked a fight with an actual rapper.
Yeah.
Like, Randolph knows his shit.
Yeah.
Deji, don't mess with him.
Yeah.
JJ was staying out of it until Deji released his private bank information and basically showed the public JJ's bank statement, which took it too far. And that's the only reason why JJ made videos on it.
Yeah.
And then the whole like stuff that Deji wasn't letting JJ see his mum and dad, and apparently JJ hit his mum when it wasn't. And then I still think Deji set JJ up to look like the bad guy.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't all staged, but Deji led JJ into a trap.
To make him like
to make him look
sense.
bad.
To make him like the heel of the story than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you.
Because if you look at KSI versus Logan Paul and Deji versus Jake Paul.
Yeah.
JJ Logan is very much, JJ's the hero of this because Logan is the villain.
Yeah.
Whereas Jake and Deji, yeah, Jake Paul's an arsehole, but
Deji was just there because he was like...
Deji was only there for the money. So there wasn't a clear rivalry there. And Deji lost that horribly.
Yeah.
Like, the only good thing Deji did was make Jake Paul bleed. Like, Deji's own team threw in the towel.
Yeah.
Like, if I was Deji's team, I'd be like, okay, Dej, go prove yourself. If you get knocked out, you get knocked out. Once you're in that ring and the bell goes, you are on your own.
Yeah.
The only time I will help you is when you're in that corner.
Yeah.
And I have the few seconds with you to let you know what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong. And then you can go out there and hopefully improve. But the fact that his own team threw in the towel, clearly saw. Because I mean, even Vidal Riley, JJ's coach, who originally was training Deji, was like, Deji just has no motivation.
Yeah.
Deji is only doing it for the money. Deji thinks he's a lot. Jake Paul is working fucking hard.
Yeah.
To actually win this and prove that he can win this.
Yeah. Isn't it peak, to be honest?
See, Deji went into it having nothing to prove and coming out having lost everything.
Yeah.
Jake Paul had everything to lose, but he's created so much credibility for getting in that ring.
Yeah.
I mean, fair play to Deji for not getting fucking knocked out.
Oh yeah. Like if he got knocked out then.
If he got knocked out, I think everyone was expecting Deji to get knocked out. Like everyone knew Deji's done for. He's getting knocked out. Like Deji is getting knocked out of the fight. JJ Logan, I wanted JJ to drop Logan so hard. I wanted JJ to knock Joe.
Yeah.
And that was a lot more personal.
Yeah.
Before she does return, she's leaving us again. This is a typical thing for Helen to do on a night out with me.
Always. I just like to talk to everyone.
Yeah, and just leave me.
Yeah, but you're talking about podcast things, and I don't really understand, to be honest. I could join in on the Shane Dawson thing because I saw that, and then you started to going off on other things, and I was just a bit lost. And also, Stefan's on his own now, so I thought I'd just join him.
Okay.
Love you. My favourite people.
Who she keeps leaving.
I just like to mingle. You can mingle with.
We're doing a podcast.
See? So I'll mingle, you podcast. Let's be honest, I'm not really the podcasting sort.
You never know. Broaden your horizons, try new things.
Also true. Oh, I just don't really have anything interesting to say that people want to listen to.
Neither do I, but I just talk for hours. People would
No, but
probably
like, you
listen
talk
to
about
me.
things that like you're really passionate about and are actually really exciting, but things I'm passionate about aren't very exciting.
Oh, I'm about to slag off Aladdin, so if you want to join me for slagging off Aladdin.
Right, which version?
The live action one.
The live action one.
Haven't
coming
seen
out.
it, can't give you a judgment.
Yeah, but
Right, so my thing with it, right?
here she is, now she's podcasting. Now she's podcasting.
I'm about Disney. So, love Disney, love the classics, right? But the live actions are a bullshit way of just making money because they are not creating anything new, but they know that people will watch the originals as a live action because they liked the original, so they'll watch the live action. And they've done it so much, and there's been some successes, like, I'm not gonna lie, I quite liked The Jungle Book.
I liked it.
Yeah, Jungle Book
It was quite cute. I don't think it was like as classic as the original, but it's because we've seen it before.
Yeah.
I think if that was the first thing to come out, it would be a visionary.
Yeah.
But because I've seen it before and it was a remake, I wasn't as excited for it.
Beauty and the
Beast was great, apart from Emma Watson, in my opinion. But I don't really like her.
How can you not like Emma Watson?
No, I think she came across as very aggressive, which I don't think she was intended to. She was intended to come across as an independent woman, which 100% was the way to go. The problem was
the subject which I'm bringing up.
She came across as just quite harsh, which isn't the character. Bearing in mind, I am Belle if I was a Disney princess. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Like to know things. But I think she just came across as a bit bratty teenager rather than independent, strong woman who can do what she wants. Is my opinion. But yeah, so I feel like the Aladdin, it could go either way. And I think this is the thing, but it never has that quite spark that the originals have because we've seen it before.
Yeah. To me, I said this to Wingate in the car on the way up here. Dumbo, I'm excited to see, and I think Dumbo won't fail.
I'm intrigued about that because I don't know how they're going to do it because let's be honest,
it's a lot different. It looks like it's going a lot different from the animated.
It has to because it won't work otherwise. It won't work.
Lion King I'm pumped for, and I don't care if it's a shot-for-shot remake of The Lion King just with live action. Just give me a live action Lion King. Because Lion King is great.
Yeah, I agree. I love The Lion King.
And,
I think if you do a shot-for-shot remake, I think you may as well just watch the original.
Yeah, but
because all they're doing is throwing some CGI on it. Like that's the only difference.
I'm really tempted when
they're better off at least like you think about Beauty and the Beast, right? I use this because it's probably of the live action remakes the one that I've seen it the most. They took the original. I think it was pretty close to the original, but then they added in some different songs, and there was like extra little bits. Like I think you saw a more human side to the Beast that you hadn't seen in the original. There's other moments, but nothing that comes to the top of my head. But there were things because I remember watching it and critically going through it and going, actually, there are differences that make it worth doing it again.
Yeah.
Like a totally separate example, but how they turned Shrek into a musical.
And I thought, how the hell is that going to work? Watched it, and
Isn't
actually,
that just all Smash Mouth songs, though?
No, absolutely not. Shrek the Musical. Okay, it's Shrek the Musical, so I think you can imagine what that's going to be.
Yeah, all Smash Mouth.
It's all a bit cheese. But what they did was they added songs that you saw more of a human side to Shrek than you did in the cartoon film, the animated film, because like there's a song called Build Me a Wall, and it's like where he's been rejected and he gets so angry.
Donald Trump national anthem.
Yeah, I mean, yes.
Build me a wall.
Yeah. But it was like, it's this whole thing about like, no, I won't be hurt again, so like fuck everyone, like going off in the same way that when he comes back he's like, everyone get out, like fuck you, because he's been rejected. And like, and I think you see way more like, and there's a song called Who I'd Be as well.
For any sponsors listening to this podcast, Helen has dropped the F-bomb twice in about a minute.
Sorry, I've had a drink. Anyway,
she has been drinking.
Who I'd Be is another song in Shrek, which is about what he wished he would be if he wasn't an ogre, and it's about this whole, and I think it shows a more human side. I think there's so much more you can do when you're given the creative.
Wasn't the point of Shrek just to go, it doesn't matter who you are on the inside? Having songs like that sort of...
No, but because you've got the time, you can do it in way more depth. Like, I think it just...
Because this is what annoys me about the films. Like, Shrek 1, the whole point of Shrek 1 is accepting who you are on the inside. Shrek 2, they completely throw that out the window for Shrek to go...
No, but they don't. Actually, Shrek 2 is really interesting. I know what you're talking about, because, you know, he turns into a human because he wants to be attractive and he wants to make his wife attractive, and everyone's going to be really attractive and we're all going to be people rather than ogres, right? Yes.
See, another great podcast called The Sequelizers, they did Shrek 2, and they were like, when Shrek turned into a human, it looks like if you pumped too much air into Channing Tatum.
Oh my god, actually brilliant. That's hilarious. Yeah. No, but Shrek 2 is actually a really interesting look on like forget what Shrek is. Like, Shrek is just fun, but if you look at it from like how kids are going to see it, these are kids that have been brought up in an Instagram generation where they have been told that they're supposed to look a certain way, and talk a certain way and be a certain way.
Shrek 2 didn't come out last year.
No.
Instagram wasn't around when Shrek 2
but I'm saying
came
that
out.
The kids that saw Shrek 2 are this generation that grew up, and like my little sister went to see Shrek 2 and she's now obsessed with Instagram. But she's watched this film when she was a kid, and it's put into her head that if you try and be like you think everyone wants you to be, you won't be happy. See,
that's just Disney Channel. My problem with the Disney Channel.
Oh wait, we won't talk about Disney Channel. I'm talking about in general, like going, hey, if I change to be what is conventionally attractive, I actually won't be happy because that's not what life is about.
Yeah,
it's an important message.
It's just media in a general. They're like, oh, you will be successful, like, if you look this way. It's like Russell Howard made a good argument on the Russell Howard Hour the other night that Love Island is basically teaching girls.
I watched this.
Is basically teaching girls that they have to look this way, and it's not all about. And it's all about like looks. And Helen's walking off again.
Love you. Continue.
Well, I've sort of lost my debating partner now.
Oh.
Because I don't think you have an opinion on this. Well,
I don't give a fuck about Love Island. I think it's really stupid. I think it really just like...
It's very stupid.
Degrades people.
You just told me there was a topic you wanted to bring up. What is your topic that you want to bring up?
Oh my god. So,
I saw the word Capaldi. I think I know what you're about to talk about.
So, I'm really interested in a new song which has come out by a guy called Lewis Capaldi.
Who I have seen live.
You have seen it?
I saw him live at Reading last year.
Amazing.
I had no clue who he was. My mate took me to see him because it was on before something that we wanted to go see. So I was like, right, I'll come with you to go see Lewis Capaldi. Had no clue who he was, and he was actually brilliant.
So he's just released he's released a video this week, and
it's called Someone You Love, isn't it?
So someone to love, or someone in love, or something like that. Something along those lines.
Getting tired, getting kind of used to being someone you love. Yeah, someone you love.
Someone you love in the day breeze. Yeah, someone you love.
Is your point that a guy called Lewis Capaldi has no relation
to Peter Capaldi,
who's made a music video starring said Peter Capaldi?
Indeed. But have you seen the video?
Oh, I've seen the video. The video makes no sense to me.
The video makes perfect sense.
Okay, explain the music video to someone you love.
So
to me, please, Wingate.
the music video to Someone You Love is basically about a guy who is played by Peter Capaldi.
Yeah. Is he a doctor?
No, he's not.
Okay, so he's not. He used to be the doctor.
He used to be the doctor, but he's not a doctor in this case, sadly. So, that was a great shot.
for all the.
For those listening.
I was going to say for those audio viewers, but we're not even filming this with a camera. Basically, if you heard a little twang sound, I've just scrunched up a bit of tissue and throw it into a pint glass.
And you did it again.
And I'm 2 for 2.
Anyway, let me continue. So, the guy who... the
2 for 3.
The person who is playing... Or the guy... There's basically just a guy who's married to this lady who's getting unwell.
Is it about heart transplant?
Yes.
Oh, it is about heart transplant.
It is about heart transplant. Because it's about, like, organ donating and giving blood and everything, and, like, having that kind of thing really help people in the long run. So, Peter's wife dies. But
she dies?
She dies.
When did that happen?
It doesn't get shown, obviously.
Oh, okay.
But she's generally unwell and progressively then sadly passes away.
Is that why it's called I'm Getting Kind of Used to Being Someone You Love?
But it's not based on that. But the video story.
Yeah.
But it's someone you loved.
That's like, oh, I'm getting used to loving you. Oh, you're gone now.
Yeah, it's like someone you loved.
Yeah.
So, she's an organ donor, so her heart gets transplanted into another unwell lady who then ends up getting better after heart surgery. Who's a mother of a child and is happily married. Peter Capaldi goes to visit the family to like hear the heartbeat and everything for the first time.
Yeah, because doesn't the kid give
a photo?
Yeah, and
of
it basically
being like, thank you for saving, like thank you.
Or isn't it thank you for making my mummy better?
That's it. Thank you for making my mummy better, which is so cute, and then like it made me so happy.
See, because when I first saw the mum and the partner and the child, I thought that was a flashback.
No.
I thought that was a flashback, and the whole time I was like, that guy does not look like a young Peter Capaldi. And then Peter Capaldi just walked in, and I was like, oh, it's not a flashback. Okay, I get it.
But yeah, like I personally really like it because obviously it has Peter Capaldi in it, and also like developing my love for Lewis Capaldi, not related in any way, shape or form.
They are not.
So a lot of people were like, is it his son? Because they're both Scottish, and I was like, wow.
Because when I went to Reading and my mate took me to see Lewis Capaldi, I freaked out thinking it was Peter Capaldi's son, and Peter Capaldi would be somewhere in the audience. I only went for the odd chance I could meet Peter Capaldi at Reading. That would be the best place. Don't get me wrong, that'd be the best place to meet Peter Capaldi, because Peter Capaldi looks like the type of guy like
who would go to Reading.
Like, how old is Peter Capaldi? Like 60, 70?
I'm gonna Google that.
Right, we're gonna Google how old Peter Capaldi is.
Fact check.
But
how old is Peter Capaldi?
I had to use Google, didn't you?
I did.
Peter Capaldi is 60 years old.
Peter Capaldi is 60. A 60-year-old man.
David Tennant's 47.
Yeah.
Matt Smith is 36.
Like 36. Jodie Whittaker's 36.
Same.
Jenna Coleman, my future wife,
is 32. Sorry, not really that future wife.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Pearl Mackie's only 31.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. I still have time to be able to play Doctor Who and Willy Wonka and Sherlock.
I mean, it'll always be Benedict, to be honest.
Yeah.
And or Robert Downey Jr.
No, it's Benedict Cumberbatch or Basil Rathbone.
Oh, yeah.
Basil Rathbone is Yoda. Basil, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's Basil Rathbone went mad playing Sherlock Holmes.
I mean, anyone could go mad.
He went mad, like...
Oh, I don't know about that.
He went insane playing Sherlock Holmes.
I mean, you are playing like a...
He basically was Heath Ledger before Heath Ledger did Heath Ledger.
He was like really into method acting?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, not method acting. He was just so... He felt like he was Sherlock Holmes.
Oh.
Like, whereas Heath Ledger and Jim Carrey, these method actors in the past, it's funny calling Jim Carrey a method actor, but for his portrayal of, like, is it Andy Newman?
I think so, yeah.
Andy Newman. I'm going to go with Andy Newman. For Man on the Moon. Is it Man on the Moon?
I can't remember.
All I remember is the Netflix documentary. Sneeze there. All I remember is the Netflix documentary, Jim and Andy, where it basically tells you, like, all of this stuff. So, like, people like that, they have moments where they are... So where Heath Ledger was Heath Ledger, where Jim Carrey was Jim Carrey,
Yeah.
where Daniel J-Lewis is Daniel J-Lewis.
Yeah.
I said Daniel J-Lewis, it's Daniel Day-Lewis.
There you go. You got it in the end.
When I say Daniel and then it's like something in the last name, I instantly, for some reason, go Daniel J. Layton.
No.
Because listen to how Daniel J. Layton just rolls on my tongue. Daniel J. Layton. Daniel J. Layton, if you're listening, can I get you on my podcast? If this ever gets released and Daniel J. Layton ever sees it. If Daniel J. Layton ever sees this and I get Daniel J. Layton to do a podcast with me, that opens a huge doors to me actually meeting Hannah Witten.
Is that all you care about?
Yep. Yep. Everyone that I know. So I've met Dodie. I met Dodie at Comic-Con.
Oh, everyone with Dodie.
I met Dodie at Comic-Con. Had no clue who she was at the time.
I'm hoping you might.
Because basically in MCM Comic-Con they have like the YouTube, like the UK YouTube section.
Like, so are the city people and all that.
Well, it was more like Tom Scott has the big booth, like there with all his stuff,
Yeah.
and his big queue, and then opposite him you had Jack and Dean,
Yeah.
and next to Jack and Dean was Dodie. So I've been in the Tom Scott queue because what I do, I like go there and I do everyone at once.
Ah, right.
Save me from coming back.
Right.
Which funny story. I went there, met Jack. I did not meet Dean.
Aww.
Because when I went to go take a picture with Jack was at the booth on his own. I was like, Jack, can I take a picture? And he was like, yeah, sure. And I was like, where's Dean? And he was like, oh, Dean's just gone to the toilet. Do you want to wait for him? And I was like, no, Jack, I prefer you. So.
Because I remember
he was
you
like,
showed me the the slow-mo video of you high-fiving Tom Scott.
yeah, I need to find that video somewhere. I no longer possess that video.
You no longer possess the video?
No, because that was taken on an old phone.
You could screen record it.
Yeah, that's what I might probably do. I'll find it somewhere. I think it's on Facebook somewhere. So took a picture with Jack, and then Dodie was there, and I've seen Dodie before in like other people's videos.
Yeah.
So I kind of knew like who she was, but I didn't know Dodie like I know Dodie now. Sounds like Dodie's my best friend. Like I didn't know Dodie like I know Dodie now, but like I didn't like have an idea of what she did. I just knew she was a YouTuber, but I didn't know like all her music and stuff. So I just took a picture with Dodie because she had the nice flower crown on.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then, like a year or two later, she ends up being like one of the biggest UK YouTubers.
See, that's the thing. It's like I don't get if it was poor strategy on Dodie's part or just a lot of bad luck. That the day the Human EP came out was the same day Ariana Grande released a single.
It's 7 Rings.
Yes. 7 Rings and the Human EP came out on the same day.
Oh, that's just pee.
Yeah. So, all the radio stations were playing is Ariana. All the radio stations at the moment, they just play Ariana Grande and Drake. I'm getting tired of it.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I hear the words breakfast at Tiffany's and bottles of bubbles, I'm going to fucking kill someone. Language, I know, I don't care. But I'm actually going to back
wait, is that
someone
7 Rings?
Yeah.
Because I
breakfast at Tiffany's and bottles of bubbles, which is basically
favourite
of things.
Yeah,
Sound of music.
It is basically. Basically, Ariana Grande is ripping off Julie Andrews. Was Julie Andrews Sound of Music? Or was Julie Andrews was Mary Poppins.
That's Sound of Music, no?
Was she?
Was it Julie Roberts?
No, it wouldn't have been Julia Roberts.
Oh, not Julie Roberts. Yeah, it would have been Julie Andrews.
Research.
I'm going to fact check.
Fact check. Was it Julie Andrews in Sound of Music? So,
was Julie Andrews in Sound of Music.
Why did you sound like Siri? Why were you asking Siri in a Siri voice?
Yes, it did.
It is Julie Andrews.
Charmian Gar.
Christian Plummer.
Charmian Gar.
Christian Plummer. So, like, Ariana Grande is basically ripping off Julie Andrews.
I wouldn't say ripping off. She does like admire.
It's a copyright strike, in my opinion.
Really? I mean, if it was a copyright strike, it would be out in the first place. No.
It's a copyright strike because it hasn't changed any tempo. They've changed the lyrics, but the tempo's still the same.
I got it. I want it. I got it. You
See,
like
no.
my hair? Gee, thanks. Just bought it.
See, the one that annoys me
It's
is
so stupid.
the one that I keep constantly hearing, and I'm now, whenever we have like Capital on at work or Kiss on at work, I count the amount of time Thank You Next is played.
Thank you next.
And if I'm on a 10 close, so that's most probably, I'm in at 10 in the morning, and I probably don't leave till about 11, 12 at night, it's getting well into the 20s.
Oh,
Like, they play that song at least 5 times an hour.
yeah. That is just
That's why I listen to Absolute Radio, because Absolute Radio have a no repeat guarantee.
Oh, we have Absolute Radio,
Yeah.
and sometimes Heart. But we also what's it called? Encore Radio.
Okay.
Encore Radio. You'll love this.
Why? Do they
It's-
just play Ed Sheeran?
No, it is musical theatre radio.
What? Encore Radio.
I didn't know that this existed until my mate Will put it on at work when when our network was down, weirdly. So the entire network of my work went down.
So what type of music? Because
It's all musical theatre. Literally every single form.
Is
of
there Hamilton?
Musical. Yes, Hamilton
What?
has played.
there is Hamilton on the radio.
There's Hamilton on the radio. Yes.
Oh, I need to find this. Is it the same radio like conglomerate as Absolute Radio?
No.
Look this up so I can find it. Right, so for Frazer editing this and looking back on this is going to be about the 45-minute mark. We've been going for 45 minutes.
Have we?
Well, nearly 45 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
Probably talking about jack shit, and we've only covered what, 3 topics?
Basically, probably more.
Probably more. Without an ad read. Speaking of ad reads, no, I'm joking. This podcast isn't sponsored yet.
It's sponsored by
It's sponsored by
your mum.
If this ever gets to Encore Radio, can we get sponsored by Encore Radio?
I don't
Just
know.
to promote Encore Radio? Can
Well,
we?
hi Encore Radio. We love
Yeah,
the
if
work.
anyone from Encore Radio is listening, hi, get in
I
touch.
don't know what their number on radio is. It isn't showing.
Surely it would say. Hang on.
Because they
songs
were
and news from
originally
your
not
favourite
going to be on the
musicals.
air until after New Year.
Radio. Listen live. Does this give us a?
It gives us
Next
Dolly Parton
set.
9 till 5.
No, that's just an advert for
Dolly Parton 9
for
till
Dolly,
5.
for Dolly Parton 9 to 5.
Work at 9 till 5. What a way to make a listening belly.
Jesus
Can't
Christ.
you find- What?
Click on the buttons this time. The Grinch is coming to the UK to steal Christmas. Only Fools and Horses is back, and this time it's a musical.
Have you not heard about Only Fools and
Oh
Horses?
yeah, I've heard about that.
Showstopper. I really like to see that. New cast of Girls is coming out. Union J Star. Jamie Hensley dons the Dream Coat.
No.
Oh, because they did
Just-
Grinch. They did the Grinch Who Stole Christmas.
Just Google Encore Radio frequency. Ways to listen to Encore Radio.
Oh my goodness, we did not know. Why did we not do this? Amazon Echo.
Oh my god, it's on Amazon Echo.
Radio Play.
Radio player. Oh, this is very helpful on.
Oh wait.
This is very helpful on Encore Radio. Amazon Echo, Google Home, Digital Radio. Hang on.
Stop zooming in.
You keep moving it, so go to Encore Radio is available on DAB Digital Radio across Surrey and South London. Oh, that's very helpful. It doesn't say it. Describe frequency number. See, we've got Dabra. This is going to really. Now that I've discovered this,
You can get it on radio, I swear to God.
Well, it's on an Amazon. You can get it on Amazon Echo. So I'm gonna have a look at this when tomorrow.
You mean Alexa? Oh no, it's
Yeah,
Echo.
Alexa. Yeah, but it's an Amazon Echo.
Yeah.
We've been going for 45 minutes. Jesus Christ.
Lovely.
Most of it, I don't know how much of this is comprehensible, but testing the waters. We've been going for 45 minutes. This is longer than Carrie Hope Fletcher's podcast.
Oh yeah, she's released a new podcast.
Yeah, her and Celinda Schumacher, who were both in Les Miserables together, I believe.
They were.
Speaking of Carrie Hope Fletcher and Les Miserables,
she is returning.
She is returning along with Michael Ball, Alfie Bow,
Alfie Bubbles,
and Matt Lucas.
Matt Lucas. Like no.
Like, I want that one, Matt Lucas. Nardole from Doctor Who. Nardole is going to sing a song.
But we have to close early.
Have you seen?
We got no Nardole, we got no doctor, so we're gonna have to close early.
Have you seen? There was something floating around Facebook the other day of someone made a Tinder account for that person from Come Fly With Me.
No?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That's
beautiful.
That is beautiful. And it was like, and they had we got no blank and we got no blank, so we're gonna have to.
We did. What was it? We released that on our work Facebook page, when it was like I can't remember, but it was like because it was because of the Beast of the East.
Yeah.
It was like, so we're gonna have to close early.
Yeah.
Because there's like no one in the park. Also, can we please appreciate this ginormous pin that I got?
Oh my god, that is huge.
It's huge.
I thought I said Poundland.
It says Proudland.
From
Poundland.
Oh, is it from Poundland?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's because I went to go and get some things for like crafting and makeup-y.
I don't do badges.
I love pins.
Pins and badges are different.
Me and pins are like.
Because to me, if you were like, oh, what badge do you wear? I instantly think football teams.
Oh.
So like the Liverpool badge, even though some people call it a crest, it's still a badge. It's a club badge.
Yeah, this pin is for 3 charities. For those who are listening, I'm wearing a pin that looks like balloons.
Yeah. Let me. It looks like balloons. And one balloon is Tommy's funding research, saving babies' lives. Whiz Kids and Make a Wish. So Poundland is supporting those 3 charities.
All in one pin.
All in one go.
Which you can purchase for £1.
Well, it's Poundland. Why would it be more than £1? You feel.
Touche.
You'd feel kind of ripped off if you have to buy a charity pin
For like £2
for
in
like
Poundland.
£2 in Pound. Well, it's still £1 because there's stuff in Poundland that is like £2, £3, £4, £5.
And also they got their like clothing range.
What, Poundland have a clothing range?
Called like Pep and Co or something like that.
Pep and Co.
Yeah. I bought some t-shirts.
Should be called
But like
Cheap and Co.
pyjamas. Well, I bought like some tops for rehearsals for Panto.
Unless it's like plain white t-shirts that I can easily
like,
destroy.
Have you seen my top which says never mind? And it goes never mind. Like down the sleeve. And then I've got like
Is that
a
from
t-shirt.
Poundland?
That's from Poundland.
So Poundland generally have like a clothing range that isn't just white t-shirts.
And then I got like a long sleeve t-shirt that
to me,
says Stay True on it.
Because to me, if
Or
I
Stay
walked
True
if
way
I
too
walked
much.
into Poundland and saw that they were doing clothing range, I'd expect like black,
They do
white,
shoes?
black, white. Yeah, I knew they do shoes.
They do
I knew they
underwear?
did shoes. They do. Oh, I wouldn't buy underwear from Poundland.
There's socks.
I would buy socks from Poundland.
No, I don't do that. I only get tops and jumpers and
unless I
stuff.
was going like camping and doing a lot of outdoor activities.
Like my blue long sleeve with like the laces on.
For those listening, Wingate is making a hand gesture that looks like she's doing something very disgusting.
No.
Yes.
I'm doing a crisscross motion.
No, it looked like you were.
No, don't do it. Don't say
It looked like you were handling a gear shift.
Why would I be handling a gear shift? I'm gay.
Strap-ons. Bear in mind, we are recording this when Wingate's had, what, 2 drinks?
Yeah, but I'm not.
I have not had a single drop of alcohol.
I'm just really tired, to be honest.
So am I. I was at work.
We probably should go. We should probably go.
What
soon.
is
You
the
might
time?
need to knock out.
See, luckily...
It's 10:25.
Luckily, I'm off tomorrow.
I'm not. I'm working tomorrow.
Luckily, I'm off tomorrow, so I
It's
might...
10 o'clock start tomorrow for me.
I might put this out tomorrow. This absolute... whatever this is of a podcast.
Absolute shambles.
That's
But it's fun,
50
though.
minutes. See, look. Podcasting. I've started podcasting.
I like podcasts.
I've started podcasting. It may not be the audio quality of the really good podcast.
But that's when saving money and getting things when you need it counts.
Have you got Amazon on your phone?
Amazon, like Prime.
Like the app Amazon.
Yeah.
Go onto Amazon and see how much some mics are. Because if I can get mics and I can just simply plug them in somewhere and just go for hours.
Like aux mics.
Yeah, like aux mics. Because that'd be easiest. If I can get 2 aux mics. No,
That's
they're
aux
just
cords.
aux cords. Strangle a bitch with an iPhone charger. I just said bitch. I've just said that word again. Why have I got like hair everywhere? It's not even my hair. Like, how much are those ones? Like 24 quid.
24 quid.
What did they... What does that go into? Like,
Keep
even...
on talking with your podcast.
Yeah, like, what does that... Is that an aux? Because that looks very professional. Yeah, that's an aux.
You like everything.
Yeah. And how much is that? 24?
24.50.
24.50.
It's a 4-in-1 mic.
So what else do they offer?
They do
4-in-1 floor kit. 4-in-1 mic, black.
Blue. 7-in-1. I don't know what.
No, we'd only just need the 4-in-1. So that's what? 50 quid for 2 mics?
Basically.
Yeah. So we can just, what, plug into...
Yeah.
Where's Helen?
Recording.
Wait, we need...
Condenser, microphone,
See, look,
mic set.
how have I got your hair in my hair?
I don't know.
That's either your hair or Helen's hair.
Most likely mine. You've been next to me the whole time. Don't reattach it to my
No,
head.
I'm putting it up against your hair to see
It literally has everything with it.
Yeah, it's got clamps, it's got... Mate, we are so starting a podcast. Well, we have started a podcast.
We have started a
This is the
podcast.
first episode of
I'm
the
going
Frazer
to add
Hoath
it
Show.
to my wish list.
Oh, they're still podcasting.
We're still podcasting. We've been gone for...
We're going to stop in a minute.
Yeah,
feel
we're going to hit the hour mark. So, and then
Has it not
stop.
been more than that? Oh, God.
No, it's only been an hour.
It's been 52 minutes.
52 minutes to be precise.
If anyone's still listening, I'm impressed. Let me praise out.
No, we've... Okay, I'm going to start wrapping this up now. So we've talked about Shane Dawson. We've talked about live action Disney.
Yeah.
We talked about Lewis Capaldi.
Yes.
What else did we talk about?
We talked about mics and you starting your podcast.
Yeah, we talked about mics and
Every single table that's clean, we're going to sit on it. They're all fucking clean.
apart from this one.
Apart from us!
Apart from this one. No, we are okay. This has been Frazer Hoath, and my beautiful friend Miss Rebecca Wingate.
Hi, bye.
With special guest Helen Squires. Hopefully we do another one of these. If not, then this will be the one and only Frazer Hoath podcast. Once again, I've been Frazer Hoath.
You need to sign off. We need a sign off catchphrase.
I need a sign off catchphrase. Right, whoever's listening to this, leave a comment down below about what my signing off catchphrase should be for the podcast. So what we can do, we can end the podcast properly. I'm just waffling until I get to 55 minutes.
Because we are going to sign off in a minute. We're going to sign off really soon. We're going to sign off in a minute. And we hope we're going to see you.
Soon.
Double rhyming is fun. Double rhyming is
This isn't going to be the ending of the
Double
podcast.
rhyming is the best kind of rhyming.
See, people are going to think this
Because
is...
it is great.
See, because people are going to think this is the double rhyming podcast now.
No, it is Frazer's fan.
For now, let's just leave it to the Frazer Hoath podcast.
The Frazer Hoath
The Frazer Hoath
podcast
podcast.
anew.
Sponsored by Audible, sponsored by Blue Apron, sponsored by Ralph's, sponsored by...
Encore Radio.
Sponsored by Encore Radio. Bear in mind, if anyone from Encore Radio is listening to this, please email me or just send me a DM on Twitter, which you can find possibly down below.
15 seconds.
15 seconds. I have 15 seconds left to wrap up. So if anyone from Encore Radio is listening now, just drop me a DM and I'll quite happily get sponsored for a podcast. Bye, possibly holding out.